All right, here we are. Well, this really is eBay Inc. behind the scenes. I'm sitting here with Sam Schrager from PayPal, and we are here in the hotel, the Hyatt, opposite the river here in Austin for South by Southwest. And Sam's getting ready to demo the new digital wallet from PayPal to members of the audience here at the conference. And we were able to sneak into his hotel room and get this stealth demo from Sam. Welcome to eBay Inc.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And so can you run through the demo for us here and talk a little bit about what you're going to be presenting today and what's new?
Absolutely. So what we're going to be showing today actually is the future of the new PayPal digital wallet. We've redesigned and re-architected the PayPal digital wallet to enable what we consider to be the future of money. So it isn't just about making sticking a wallet on a mobile phone or taking all the payment instruments that you already have and putting them onto a mobile device. This is really about, from our standpoint, making money work better for you as a user. And really what that means is letting you as a user control how your money works better for you, and organizing your money in ways that work better for you, and controlling your money in ways that work better for you. And so this is really what we're starting to roll out in May of this year to a lot of our consumer users. And so I'll walk you through this very quickly. What you see here first is interesting. We've redesigned visually and the user interface for the PayPal experience. So very different than what you would see now when you logged into PayPal. This is the future of what PayPal is going to be looking like over the coming months and over the coming years. But what we haven't just done is redesign the interface. We've actually redesigned all of what your PayPal wallet is to really enable a lot of the types of ways to use money that we simply can't do in our lives today. And let me show you just a few examples of that. A few things first to note. If you look over here on the left-hand side, this really is your PayPal wallet. We're showing the money you have in your PayPal account. We're showing the bank and debit and credit cards that you may have attached to your PayPal account. If you have any PayPal financial products like our PayPal credit card or Bill Me Later, you would see those here as well. And you also have some new forms of value, and when I say value, we all think about our debit and credit cards as ways that we pay in our lives, but we also use things like gift cards, and we use things like loyalty programs, and we use things like coupons, all of which are really digital forms of value. And we're now, for the first time, introducing those into your PayPal wallet. So I can have a gift card here, I can store coupons, I'll be able to attach loyalty cards as well. Just all ways that make transacting easier. And what our view is, and our vision really is here, is to bring those things together in a way that makes them work together when you go in to make a transaction. So if you walk in the store and you're at a merchant where you have a loyalty card and you have a gift card for that particular merchant, and you may have a store credit card for that particular merchant, that when you pay with PayPal, we're going to allow you to use those things together. Your coupons will be automatically presented, your gift card will be automatically redeemed, and your store credit card would be automatically used if that's something that you chose to do. Just one example of how the new wallet is bringing in more forms of payment and making them work better together. But it isn't just about that. We think it's also, there's a lot more to making a wallet than just putting all the pieces of a wallet into a new form. A lot of it is about letting us do the things that we would love to do with the things that are in our wallet today, but we really can't. If you think about how you use the payment cards that are in your wallet today, we all have rules about how we want to use them. Every time I'm buying something for over $500, I pull out this credit card, or every time I'm buying something under $100, I pull out this debit card. Those are the kinds of rules we all have in our minds, whether we know it or not, as we're shopping. And there's really no reason that your wallet shouldn't allow you to make those rules more formal and say, hey, as I set up my wallet, I'm also going to allow myself to set up some rules for how I want to use the things that are in it. In this case, I'm showing that for all purchases over $500, I want to use a particular credit card and use my debit card.
That's
second.
really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And another way that we often think about it is every time I'm in a particular store, I may want to pay a certain way. A lot of us have store credit cards, and if we're in that particular store, we want to use that credit card, but of course we don't want to use it when we're everywhere else. Well, you should be able to set those up by merchant as well. So we're showing just a few examples of how you can set up rules around the things that are in your wallet today. The other thing that's hard to do in your life today is to organize your money. Like, if you really think about the way that you as a consumer use and interact with your money, we all organize our money into different buckets in our lives. We know that we're putting aside some money for a vacation. We need to hold aside some money for the holidays that are coming up, et cetera, et cetera. We have all these little ways that in our heads we organize our money. But it's really hard to organize our money in our real lives that way. So think about something like the holidays coming up. You know, banks offer this thing. They used to offer, and you don't see them too much anymore, something called a Christmas Club account. I don't know if anybody remembers those, but they were specifically for people who wanted to start to put aside money for the holidays. But what you had to do to get one was you had to go to the bank and fill out a bunch of paperwork and then set up a bunch of rules for how money was put into that account, and that became the way that you saved for the holidays. If you wanted to also be saving for, let's say, a vacation that was coming up, you would actually have to open another account and set up another set of rules and fill out more paperwork. And in our view, because money is all really digital now, our credit cards and debit cards and our bank accounts are really just digital money that's waiting to be moved between two servers somewhere. Organizing our money organizing our money in our real lives the way that we organize it in our heads today should be much, much easier than it is. So in 2 clicks, what I'm doing here is actually setting up a separate PayPal balance that is just for a travel fund. So I'm going to be going on a trip later this year, and I want to be putting aside some money, and in just a few clicks I can actually set up some rules about how often I want money to be put into that balance, and in what amounts, and for how long I want that to go on. And that becomes the way that I now have created a way to save for that trip. Much easier than walking in the bank, much easier than going through all the mechanics of setting up and paperwork of setting up a new way to organize money in my life. But again, that's just, you know, one thing that your wallet ought to be able to do for you today and doesn't.
I had a concept. I mean, we're doing all this on a computer.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a digital wallet that can go, I mean, it's online, it's on your computer, right? But it's also in your phone. So we're not talking about mobile wallet, we're talking about digital wallet. Can you talk about the difference between the two?
Exactly. I think a very, very big and important distinction. A digital, from our standpoint, what you really want your wallet to be is available to you anywhere and any way that you want it to be. And I think when you look around the industry, you see a lot of other companies that are building wallets specifically for mobile phones. But if you don't have your mobile phone with you, you don't have a way of accessing your wallet. From our standpoint, what you really want to do is put that information somewhere, all of the information about your payment accounts and your credit cards and debit cards and your loyalty cards and coupons, somewhere safe and secure that lives in the internet, that you can access anytime you want, anywhere you are, in any way that you want. Whether you have a mobile phone or a tablet, or whether you don't have a phone at all and you want to just use a piece of plastic like a payment card. That, from our standpoint, is the difference. And it's a very, very big difference. Yeah. But one I think that there's a lot of confusion around in the market these days. I don't want anybody to think that we've forgotten about all the things that you can do with your PayPal account today, and you'll still be able to do all of those, whether it's sending money to people around the world, better yet, asking people around the world to send you money, adding money, and even doing things like creating lists of items that you want to buy that you can carry with you and access through your mobile device or through your tablet or through your PC. So all the basic functionality that we all know and love from PayPal is still there, but we're now starting to build out more of the digital wallet and letting it really make money work better.
And I get the impression that is exactly what you're going to do on stage today.
Yeah, well, I hope so. She's sitting there this morning. Wow.